Hey everybody, it's time to talk about books again in my Return to Reading series. Now, I'm actually recording this video from inside a teepee, inside a traditional First Nations tent. I'm on Manitoulin Island right now, which is an island in Lake Huron in Ontario, and I'm staying in a fairly luxurious teepee. Let me see if I can tilt the camera to show you a little bit more of the teepee. I won't show you the rest because it's full of my stuff, but there's a gorgeous bed here, and there's air conditioning inside this teepee. And I'm trying to be quiet because there are other teepees on this ground, and I don't want to wake people up. It's the middle of the night. My light's already waking people up. So I want to talk about one of my favorite books, an almost perfect science fiction novel. It's called Spin by Robert Charles Wilson. And this book doesn't get the attention I think it deserves, even though it is multiple award winning. It doesn't enter conversations around the parlors when people talk about the greatest science fiction novels of all time, but it is extraordinarily good. So there are 3 in the Spin cycle. Yes, Spin cycle. He's making laundry jokes, I guess. The first book was called Spin. The second is called Axis, I think. And the third is called Vortex. All words relating to spinning things. And frankly, I never really figured out why that was. Maybe I didn't read it closely enough. Let me get ahead of myself. Let's talk about the plot of Spin. One day, in contemporary times, one day, the sky disappears. What? It doesn't really disappear though. What's happened is some mysterious external intelligence has wrapped the Earth with a membrane of some kind, and it blocks out the stars. Our satellites fall from the sky. We are isolated from the universe. And I don't want to give away too much of the plot, but it turns out that we are literally removed from the universe that continues to age at a much faster rate outside the Earth. And how we respond is fascinating. A lot of wonderful ideas go into this plot, and you are kept hanging on with every chapter. One of the wonderful things that Wilson does, Wilson's the author, Robert Charles Wilson, is he drafts some pretty complex and deep characters with interesting relationships and motivations. And frankly, as good as that was, I found it got in the way of the storytelling a little bit because the story is so good. I wanted more resolution, and we get resolution to some extent. It begins with a flash backwards. It begins in the future, a few years in the future, and it's told in recollection. And usually I don't like that kind of thing because I see where the story is gone, and I don't really find it all that interesting to find out, where we came from. I like narratives to move forward. But in this case, it really works well because the description of the present, when the narrative begins, is so interesting and mysterious and confusing that I could not figure out how we got there or what's even going on until we actually get to that point in the narrative, and the payoff is really quite good. Now, you don't get full resolution in the first book. You got to read the second and third books. And usually with science fiction series like this, when a mystery box has been unwrapped, it's unusual to get satisfying resolution. This book pays off, at least in my mind. By book, I mean the full cycle, the 3 books. At the end of Vortex, which, by the way, is a triumphant expression of creativity. At the end of Vortex, I feel like the story has concluded satisfactorily. The second book in the series, Axis, drags a bit, but it does add to the story. But I highly recommend this book, Spin by Robert Charles Wilson. It is top-notch science fiction from the bottom to the top. Thank you.